There is a virus. It is something insidious that is taking over you little by little. And the word insidious means something that's slowly destroying you over time without even you noticing it. It's pulling out your potential, it's pulling out your mind power, and it's pulling out your happiness in life. It's something that so many people are engaged with every day for several hours of your life, and you can probably guess what I'm talking about now. But it's endless scrolling and mindless social media and distraction use from your phone or another digital device. In the modern age we are living in, it is the most important thing you can tackle if you want to improve and take control over your life and create a mindset that is there to support you to success in the future. If you do not tackle this thing, it will get worse and worse. It will slowly take over you more and more, and you will become a slave to something that you actually never agreed upon. When I was young, I had a Game Boy. I was playing on my computer, and it was amazing. And then we got phones in our pockets, and we could call each other and text. And more, the phone evolved. And suddenly, I woke up one day and I was like, what the hell? What has happened to this technology? I was spending more and more time watching my phone or watching my computer on YouTube or other websites, just scrolling mindlessly and feeling that I didn't want to do so many other things. And if I sat there for a moment just with my own thoughts, I felt the tingling in my stomach and the thoughts that said, pick it up, or check this thing out, or use the phone for something that I didn't know what it was, but it was just something. And I got hooked to using that thing and being with that thing. What I didn't know was that it was slowly making me into something that I didn't want to be, taking away my potential, and making me into a mindless consumer that was controlled by everything other than myself. So here's why you're watching this movie. You want to have more clarity, you want to have more focus and concentration, and you want to have more joy in your life. And I can tell you that by removing something, you can actually gain a lot of these things without even having to do anything. Because you as a human being are an incredible machine, both in the mind and the body, and that thing in front of you is slowly sucking out that. Imagine that we go back for 100,000 years and we are with a hunter-gatherer group sitting around a bonfire. It's been a long day, you've been out hunting, maybe you've been making something with your own hands, maybe you've been fetching water or fishing or whatever. You've been in your environment and now you're sitting around the bonfire with maybe 20 others of your friends and family, and everybody is talking and telling stories. Imagine what you're talking about. It's the new things you discovered, the old things that you knew about. You tell your children about what they don't know, but you do. How the stars can navigate you in the night, how we can follow tracks to find different kinds of animals. All the stories are related to the world around you, and the children and the young people and even the elders are sitting there excited to learn new things. And it's essential for your survival to learn these new things, because if you don't, then you will not survive in that environment. Our brains then developed to love and be curious about stories, curious to discover new things. You got entertainment from listening to other people and learning from them and hearing their stories, because it was so important for you and relevant for you to survive. This mechanism is what has been driving the human race to become the masters of planet Earth, and where we're sitting here today at the top of the food chain, more powerful than any other animal by far. But then we got technology that started to prey upon our innate mechanisms that we have in us, that are there to drive us forward and be curious and to consume information. And that thing is called your phone in your pocket, or the internet, or social media, or entertainment, or whatever you want to call it. It is designed by the big companies to prey on this innate mechanism for you to search more, to acquire more knowledge, so you can survive and have a better and more prosperous life. But the only problem here is that the information that you are getting is actually kind of useless to the world you want to live. That's because the companies that makes these devices and the apps are not interested in your well-being and your goals. They are interested in you being engaged with their service so they earn more money. That means that you're actually the product. And they have developed military grade devices to connect your brainstem almost and suck out your life soul for you to stay on their app so they can earn money. Think about that. Taking control of this is going to lay the foundation that you can have to become the person you want to be, to take control over your own life and reach the potential that you have within you innate. Just imagine what you can do if you spend less hours on the phone and free up all that mental energy to do everything else that you want to do, that you are interested in, that you are good at, to develop your skills and to see more clearly and be more focused in the things you are doing. Therefore, it's crucial that you attack this, but I know that it's not that easy because I've tried to quit myself, and I've actually been doing this for 8 years trying to quit, and I discovered some methods that is very helpful to be able to quit. I could probably say a lot more about this, but let's just go to the ways that you can start to reclaim your life. And even though you can say to yourself that I don't have any problem because so many people do that, it's still taking away some of your potential. And what I'm offering here is not for you to chuck your phone out into the woods, go barefoot and start to eat other people's trash. What I'm talking about is starting to learn to master the technology instead of being the slave of the technology around you. The most important thing, if you take anything away from this video, is awareness. And awareness is one of the most amazing things, because by not doing much, you can start to change great aspects in your life. And by awareness, I mean start to notice how much you use the phone, when you feel like using it, how many hours of the day you're using it, and that's easy to see on the screen time apps, but also notice everyone around you in the world. When you are in a public space like a bus or a train or a cafe, or you're just standing waiting at a corner, you can see so many people are using their devices, sucked into it. It's like, imagine if you went back 30 years and you came until today, everybody would look like zombies, like they're being controlled by something. And when you start to see that, you may, if you want to be a successful person that creates your own path, may start to get a desire to not be a part of this pack, to go against everyone and not to be a zombie that's taken over by some crazy technology device, and rather be your own person and start to rebel against what the culture and society is dragging us all towards. When you have awareness, then you can start to see how addicted you are, how much you use it, and you can start to imagine the time you could spend on other things. But there is a problem, because as I said, it's a military grade system that is attached to your brainstem. So it's hard to just start to quit, even though you're now aware. And that's why you need to take a slow step-by-step process to overcome this problem. And that is to be kind to yourself. You set a goal, and then you start to change out the time you're spending on your device to do other stuff. That means instead of scrolling on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're using, you start to spend that time before you go on there, and you take a break for 5 minutes before you go on. You, instead of scrolling in the evening, you actually watch a movie, and you watch the whole movie through without being interrupted by your device. And then when you get even more advanced, you can start to read in the night, start with 1 page, then 2, then 3, instead of scrolling on your phone. So the thing, you're seeing the pattern here, it's like going to the gym. You don't start when you go to the gym and you lift the most heavy weights. You start with taking small steps and building that concentration muscle that you have in your mind that has been weak because you have been eating digital junk food for so long, and start to strengthen it little by little. And what I hope you will experience is the process of getting better at something, and the process of taking back control of your life. I have so many other mindset techniques and things that you can do to become a better version of yourself and reach your potential. It's the most important thing I have conquered, to go from a lot of distraction, a mind that was in chaos, to being way more clear, focused, and going for my intentions. To go into the future, being happy, to connect to the world again, this is something you have to tackle. And if you stayed for this long in the video, then I have some resources even more that you can use. It's a free sheet. It's down in the description. It will help you to see where you're at the scale and what actions you can take. So download that and look for my other videos, and I will help you start to take control over your mind and your life so we can thrive and reach our potential to make this world a better place and to live and enjoy the life that we were given that's so amazing and great. I don't have anything more than that. I'm Francis Drake. I see you in another video. Goodbye.